Hi everybody, how's it going? I'm very tired today. but I really wanted to play some Tavern talk. I really wanted to just say hello to everybody and play a game that honestly I haven't played in about a month now. Primarily because I've been tired. So I can't let tiredness rule my every decision. No, I won't allow it. So, what were we doing? Let's see. We were talking to Fable, our bestest friend Fable. They are amazing. Yeah. Everything seems a little bit exhausting, but you know what? It's fun anyway, right? My drinks are not a gateway to burnout. I want that to be clear. Mine are meant to energize, rejuvenate, and all around make you feel better. Not, less like you want to work. I admire your kindness, Fable, but you too should fall under the umbrella of people you're being kind to. Take care of yourself and whatnot. I mean, I'm pretty good at falling. You're pretty good at a lot of things there, Fable. I try. I know you do. Stay and have a rest now. Alright? Okay. Thank you. New friendo! Good day to you, innkeeper. And good day to you too, adventurer. Yes, adventurer. That is indeed what I am. I come here seeking a drink. Oh, what a coincidence. I do happen to have some in stock. What can I get you? What kind of drinks do adventurers usually get? Whatever drink they desire. It's kind of an in-the-moment thing. Then, well, I could do with something that tastes good. Well, of course. Perhaps something that could protect me from my foes. Defense is the base of every adventurer's skill set, is it not? Possibly, I wouldn't know. I'm a barkeep. Let's try it out. Hi, Ando. Here you go, buddy. Alright. We need defensive. Defensive. Ah, there we go. A frosted lagoon. And anything else that we can do to give it a little extra kick? Here we go. I'm glad it seems I still remember. Seems I still remember how to at least play this game. So that's good. And here you go, Andu. Always feed Andu. Liquid protection against your foes, now for half the price. Ah, thank you very kindly. Do you like it? Well, yes, of course. Then you should say so. I apologize. I forgot to do the thing where you say your words out loud. I get that. Now that you've acquired your drink, care to introduce yourself, perhaps? How incredibly rude of me to forget. The music here is making me not want to give him any voice but pompous. I am Gustav Archibald Richmond III, son of Lord Gustav Albert Richmond II, Lady of Dorothea Bridget the 27th. Ooh, 27th. Damn. An up-and-coming hero from Windmore. And who might you be? The up-and-coming innkeeper of Zenith. Happy to have you here. And I'm Fable of the Ashen Grove. You're Fable? Yes? Is that a bad thing? Am I not supposed to be Fable? The Fable that saved Trigarin from werewolves? The very same. Wow, what an incredible pleasure it is to meet you. I've heard so many things about you. Oh, good things, I hope. Of course. They said you single-handedly persuaded the werewolf to give up his wicked ways and reunite with a family. The family may or may not have been his at the time. I'm unclear of the details. That's one way to put it, for sure. They do have a way with words. Incredible. A true hero indeed. They spoke of you helping with the aftershock. They spoke of you helping with the aftershocks of the Starfall as well. I mean, that's a given. I need to help out when I can. You truly have the heart of a folk hero. How admirable. And what about you, Lord Gustav Archibald Richmond III? What are you the hero of? Well, I'm, currently leaving my backstory era. I'm in the first act, so to speak, on my journey of becoming a full-blown adventurer. I had a bit of a late start, but I shall catch up with haste. Aha, we now have character information on Gustav. What do we got here? His Arcana is the Hermit. Have we not had the Hermit? He's a swashbuckler? I don't think this dude is swashing many buckles, if you know what I mean. Needed a drink. Yeah, I don't think this dude swashes many buckles. Archie is the noble son of an influential family from Windmore. He's quite out of touch with reality, growing up with around books instead of everyday people. He wants to experience the adventurous life you've read about, especially after hearing tales of Fable, the folk hero. Aw, man. You're gonna be a dork, aren't you? You're gonna be adorkable. God damn it. Are my captioning wasn't working. That was weird. I just looked over and it's still talking about aftershocks. Hopefully that doesn't become a normal trend. Maybe aftershocks breaks the system or something like that. Anyway. You're a glorious little fellow, aren't you? Okay. Also, Archie is just fine. You don't have to say the whole thing every time. Well, Archie, if you're looking for haste, I can help you with that. Someone gifted me with some golden feathers a few days ago. Prepared as an infusion for the right drink, they can hasten you up in no time. Really? That's spectacular. I always thought those things were myths or legends you only read about in books. Do you read a lot? Oh, sometimes. Not that much. I wouldn't call myself a worm devouring books, Oh, you should. Sound like someone who enjoys adventure, and books are so full of them. They are. Oh, God damn it, why am I shipping them? I'm just too cool for books. Books are a kiddie vice, one that I do not ascribe to. Books are cool. You think so? Yeah, I do. I mean, like the Innkeeper's Journal. It's super cool. The coolest. Oh, well, actually, maybe I do read quite a bit. I'm sorry for being so weird about it. Don't worry. We're all a little weird sometimes. What kind of books do you like? Anything full of adventures and heroes and adventuring heroes. They're just like me. Obviously, my parents would prefer if I read other things, such as books on etiquette or the newspaper to find out about, I don't know, current events. I'm sure they would love it if I wrote a dissertation on the intricacies of Daria's negotiations, or even became a diplomat myself. But I think I would fare much better as a savior of this world, don't you think? The Daria negotiations, I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar. It's all terribly boring, really. They're renegotiating trade routes due to the collapse of a canal bridge that was hit by a spinel rhinoceroses. By a horde of spinel rhinoceroses. Spinel, if you don't know, is a mineral. Well, actually, it's kind of a structure, a crystallography structure, but it's mineral. Yeah. It's not going all that well because they can't agree on who shall pay for the repairs, the mainland or Daria itself. Just thinking about it puts me to sleep. Well, then perhaps we should get back to more exciting topics. I don't really like to have people napping at the bar. So how do you plan to start off your hero's journey, per se? Will you be one of the heroes with only one faces setting out on your own journey, or do you plan to follow the Joseph Campbell hero of 1,000 faces method? You want me to lay out the template for you? First off, you gotta reject the adventure, which I've always thought is kind of bullshit. You shouldn't need to reject any kind of adventure if it's something you want to undertake. By doing something heroic, of course. What's something heroic I could do? You could start by helping the local farmers. They're still rebuilding their homes and relocating their cattle as we speak. A great idea! How much gold should I give them? Gold? I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't mind gold, but I was thinking about lending them a hand, physically, with your literal hands, your little teeny tiny hands. You have very tiny hands. Just kind of noticing that. I don't know why, but like, you seem to have very, very teeny tiny hands. Ah. Okay. So I would
go to the farmers and ask if they need help. Of course, of course. That sounds... I shall figure it out. Thank you for the inspiration, Fable. It has been an honor meeting you. I hope we shall cross paths again. Till my next quest, innkeeper. Ta-ta!
Till then.
He seems like a guy that says ta-ta. That was...
adorable.
weird. Not because of him, he heard about me being a hero. That doesn't sound right.
But you are a hero.
Not really. I didn't even do that much. Not enough to be inspiring anyone, anyway. There are much greater heroes than me out there.
But he wasn't impressed by other heroes. He was impressed by you.
That's nice. You don't...
You don't sound very happy about it.
I am. I'm really flattered, but I just don't think I did enough to deserve his praise.
God damn it, Fable. Stop being the most relatable character in this entire fucking game.
I'm just some elf.
Well, it's not for you to decide who's impressed by you and who isn't. I'm personally gonna keep bragging about knowing Fable, a great hero of the Ashen Grove and savior of Tregarin. After I learned how to pronounce that city's name.
All right. You hit it. Thank you, Inkeep. I'll try better to accept compliments.
Good. Next time someone gives you a compliment, write it down on a piece of paper. Then stick it to your forehead. Or the back of your hand works too. Somewhere where it's going to be in your line of sight. Then eventually, you'll see it, think of the words on it, and gradually it'll get absorbed into your bloodstream. That's how ink works.
Oh. It's the gang! Hello, Inkeep! Hello, Fable! Hello, Melly. And hello, Malachite. It's good to see you both again. Likewise, right, Mal?
Can I offer you two a drink?
Actually, you can offer us a quest.
Are you talking about the one you just picked by any chance?
Your incredible deduction skills strike again. I'm only trying to match.
I'm only trying to match wits here, and apparently I was also trying to match your voice for a moment. My apologies. Sometimes I have to contain the fae that tries to steal people's voices. So, you're interested in saving those poor familiars?
I am. Missing familiars, silent lizards, clues leading to seemingly dead ends. Sounds like a case for the world's greatest detective. And her sneaky assistant.
So they do sound like a great team.
They're not a team.
But you're going on a quest together.
They are not.
Then why are you here?
She didn't want to come here alone. Said she can't reach the quest board. And I needed a drink anyway. So you're sending Melly on a quest alone? As is customary. That is how the Shadowbanes have always handled it.
Yeah, well, Melly isn't a part of the Shadowbanes.
But she wishes to walk the path of thieves. So she must embrace their lifestyle.
Don't know why I felt like adding a grunt there.
I think she's trying to walk the path of a detective. And that sounds dangerous and also very negligent.
I agree.
You're not coming with me?
No,
Why not?
I just explained that. Badly. Very badly.
But you have to come with me.
Why?
It's clearly a job for two people.
There's no job that can't be done alone.
What if I need someone to sneak into the crime scene to gather evidence?
Didn't you want to go on this quest to test your stealth training?
But what if I get nervous? What if I forget how to be stealthy? Or what if none of the familiars want to talk to me?
I don't know, Melina.
And what if I come back here and you've been eaten by a T-Rex?
Who cares?
I do. T-Rex threat much lower in Zoford.
If the monsters finally catch up to me, that's how it's meant to end.
I think you should run away from the monsters, not towards them.
That depends on your choice of lifestyle.
Well, your lifestyle should include going to Zoford with me.
Listen, Melina, even if I wanted to go with you, I couldn't. I've got obligations, things to do.
You're a thief. You don't work fixed hours. And you don't have any other friends waiting around for you.
Maybe not, but I do have sheepfish to take care of. You got sheepfish. I do. His name is Rufus. He doesn't do well alone. Plus, he needs to be fed. And to do his daily crossword puzzle. Otherwise his wool gets all strawy. I don't like the feel of the straw wool.
Oh, well, you're right. You can't leave Rufus alone. He'll get lonely.
Yeah,
I could take care of Rufus.
what?
Well, I live nearby and I'm very good with animals and I'm pretty decent at crossword puzzles.
Well, that sounds like an excellent idea. Look at you, Fable, helping everyone out. What if Rufus... Wow, God, it's so hard to talk in this voice consistently. What if Rufus... how do I pronounce words? Fuck. What if Rufus doesn't like you? Oh, he will. I'm certain of one of Fable's famous lullabies. You sing?
Sometimes. Maybe you can sing a song about how Mel and Rufus got eaten by a T-Rex while their familiars booed me out of town. I think I'd prefer to sing a song about you and Malachite saving those familiars instead. Right, Mal?
Fine. Just this once. See it as a final exam for your training.
Yay! Sounds fun.
Oh, wonderful. So, do you two need any help on your quest? Don't know. What do you think, detective?
Well, Is great that you would ask, mighty assistant. Please don't call me that. Okay, Mighty Mal then. No. How about John? Sure. So, John, thanks for asking. I have studied the quest given to us closely. And I have come to the conclusion that there is only one option. This is the classic case of finding the right clues sprinkled throughout the witness testimonies and then piecing them together correctly. The townsfolk, the wizard, the familiars, they all have different conflicting information, and we'll need to collect and untangle it to see the whole picture. But to achieve that, we'll need to be charismatic enough to get the truth out of them. And for those who still refuse to talk to us out of guilt or fear, we'll need to activate our stealth powers and find the clues ourselves. Also, we should be quick so they can't destroy any evidence.
I can offer you some golden feathers. They do come with an aftertaste of haste. That should probably be able to get you to Zoford much quicker.
Great idea. I think you're his name is John. I think you're underestimating the severity of the situation.
What would you suggest instead, John?
I agree with the stealth part. We could use a hint of dexterity to make sure we remain unseen for as long as possible. But I believe our focus should be on overpowering whoever is responsible for this. They're making familiars disappear. They won't be interested in a discussion. Not a fair one, at least. We should fight first, ask questions later.
Ever the fighter.
When it's necessary.
Well, if you're itching for a fight, I could recommend fresh Phoenix chilies, something like that. Some fire resistance could be a big advantage against wizards or familiars or fire-breathing dragons, whatever you happen to encounter on your journey. Whether a fireball or fire breath, you wouldn't want to walk in unprepared.
Does Andu have fire breath?
Technically, yes. He's usually too lazy to use it, though. It helps a bunch with roasting marshmallows, I will admit that.
I'd love to try Andu's marshmallows. I would also love to have some of Andu's marshmallows. That sounds fucking delicious.
Well, I'll see if I can set something up when you return.
Thank you. I think some s'mores could also help convince those familiars to help us.
That's ridiculous. The dagger would be far more convincing.
I think both could work. Innkeeper, what do you think? They definitely need a little bit of dexterity for sneaking around, but what would you pair with it?
Haste for quick arrival and charisma for smooth talking, or pure strength and some fire resistance. Let me think about that for a moment there.
Let's see, what do we want to build?
All right. So I think we go for the haste infusion. In which case, we need charisma. I think we go for getting them riz. We need to get them rizzed up. Fuck, doing John's voice is so difficult.
Okay. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit of speed. could go for the Thousand Winds. Or we can go for the Sailor's Courage. And then they'd be smart. Or we can go for the Spoken Heart. That doesn't give us speed, though. I feel like we'd have a hard time with that. Thousand Wind. Sunny Breeze. Spoken Heart. Sailor. Not Sailor's Courage. Yeah, no. So far Thousand Wind and Sunny Breeze seem to be speaking to me. If I use the Phoenix, what does that increase and decrease? Oh, both of them would be valid. God damn it. Both of those would definitely be valid. Oh, wait, no, that one. It reduces mind. Ah. So in that case, if it reduces mind, it's better to go for the Thousand Winds. Check to make sure that's the correct reagent. Yeah, golden feather. There we go. Ah, God damn it. No. There we go. Now we got the Thousand Winds. It's a shame we can't add more onto it. There you go.
I think this needs a delicate hand. The best detective work is achieved through clever conversation. Like Columbo.
Ha! You're spot on.
Guess this is how I die. Don't be so pessimistic. You could be eaten by a T-Rex on the way there. Do you think you've prepared to solve this case, detective?
Yes. With your help, we'll complete the quest with haste. We'll be back soon.
So best to snooping.
At least this drink is good. I should go with them to pick up the cheap fish before they disappear into the night.
But don't forget to sing them a lullaby.
Rufus or John?
Rufus. Though I'm sure John would probably appreciate one too.
Right, obviously. I'm gonna go now. God damn it. God damn it, Fable. Stop being so shippable.
Have fun, Fable.
Oh, hello. I can't remember what voice I gave you. Innkeeper.
Chrissy. Glad to see you're alright.
Likewise. Good to see you in the tavern are unharmed. It's quite the disaster out there. And I'm just passing through, though. I don't have time to stay for long. I need to check on the cottage, the birds, and Fable.
I'm sure everything as it was. The canopies of the grove are sturdy after all.
Which is why I choose to make it my home. That, and the landscape.
I hope your trip was nice at least.
Oh, it was. It felt good to recharge and refill the creative juices. We walked a lot, actually. Almost mapped out the whole island. We also hiked to the foot of the Borean Ridge where the auroras touch the peaks.
I heard the view there is quite remarkable.
It was. I'd never seen anything like it before. It was the first time I got to catch a glimpse of them. Also caught a glimpse of the infamous Banshee. Everyone told us to avoid the lonely lagoon because of her, but it was too beautiful to ignore. I doubt the Banshee means any harm. Yeah, everyone yearns for a friend after all, even scary creatures.
Well, it gets lonely as a monster sometimes. Everyone's scared of you.
People shouldn't be. No one can choose who they're born as. We should just accept them as they are.
I have a few patrons who would appreciate hearing that. Except for maybe the one dude who just really likes to stab people. That dude probably would just stab you.
And I'd be happy to meet them.
Not the stabby dude, though, of course. I wouldn't introduce you to someone like that.
Speaking of which, I got you something.
Oh?
Remember the nymphs? The ones from when we last spoke?
I do.
I met one at the art convention. She was selling little homemade trinkets. I remember our conversation and got you this.
Nice. Sick trinket.
I thought you might appreciate it.
I do. Thank you. It'll certainly always have a special place in my heart, knowing that it came from you.
Aw, you're such a sweet talker. But you can't trick me into giving you my name.
What would I do with names?
Nothing good, that's for sure. But for realsies, I have to leave now. I've been gone for too long. See you around, innkeeper.
See you around, Chrissy. Take care of yourself.
Always. And bye to your feathered friend, too. As beautiful as he was.
Oh.
What are you? You okay? You want a towel? I can't. Huh. Love your hat flower. And your back flower. And your shoulder flowers? Is that what, would that be shoulder? I think that would be shoulder. Is that Lily Man? It's possible. This could be Lily Man.
Oh, Baya. It's good to see you again. It's been a while.
Yes, a while. A while. 6,000 years.
More like 2 months.
Oh, I thought I had hibernated longer.
You hibernated at this time of year?
It was for the Bloom Tide Festival. It happens near my swamp every year during the Dreaming Moon. Druids and bards join together in search of the moon pools for 2 whole weeks. They dance, they laugh, they scatter pretty little flowers everywhere.
Oh God, he's killing my voice.
They hope if they satiate the land, it will lead them to the reflections of the cosmos.
You mean the set of mythical lakes that said to reflect all of the 7 moons at once?
Yes,
Oh god, this dialogue is so big.
ever since the Twilight Chasm portal opened up within them a mere 30 years ago, travelers have become increasingly obsessed with bathing in their beauty.
Well, such festivities do sound exciting. I'll give you that much.
No! They are loud, with their songs and their arguing about getting lost in the endless maze of the marshes. And they walk around with torches of burning ember that they swing so close to my precious vines. Why would you bring fire into a swamp? Don't you know there's a whole lot of living things in that swamp?
So that does seem a little bit rude, yes.
Exactly. You know, I tried to join them one time. The dainty flowers intrigued me, and I snuck up to them, dressed in my prettiest poison ivy, adorned with thorns of the undying trees. And you know what they did?
What is that? That's quite the face.
They chased me away with their fiery brooms, chanting, "Demon be gone," from the top of their tiny lungs. So now I hibernate every dreaming moon. That way I don't have to listen to their jolly tunes.
Maybe you should give them another chance, or maybe you should chase them out of your home. Nah, give them another chance. Very few Gaians are familiar with the creatures of the bog. Only with the stories of their bone-crushing teeth.
What's wrong with bone-crushing teeth? I thought that was in fashion now.
Well, they might think you want to crush their bones with them.
Ah, but that would be so rude.
They don't really think that way. They just kind of think about the possibility of you doing it, you know? But I think if you got to know you, they'd probably like you a lot once they dried off. After all, you make the best flower crowns in all of Gaia. Maybe even all of Asteria. Those sound perfect for a festival.
You might be right. Maybe I'll greet them with some flower crowns next year. I could even open up a seasonal flower crown store. Hell.
I'd definitely buy one. I was just thinking, I would love to put a little teeny tiny flower crown on my buddy Warbles over there, the crow. I think he would really enjoy it.
But right now, I'm awake. And also thirsty. Do you have swamp water on the menu today? You know what? Don't mind. I'll just lick it up from my vines.
Sorry, I'm actually fresh out of swamp water, was it? Yeah, no swamp water here. Hang on, I need to take a drink to do more of the... I don't know, I'm doing like a pseudo Mark Hamill, like Joker impression. Just a lot of reverberating. My voice isn't used to reverberations.
Too bad. Something else then. Do you have any of those drinks that make you sturdy as tree bark? In case the torches come near me again.
Oh, why, in fact I do. Give me a moment. We do in fact have friendo. We have ways of giving you defense and maybe a little bit of charisma. We can go for the first snow. Anything else give you the defense? A frosted lagoon would also be good.
Keeps you cool even on the hottest of summer days. See, that seems like what we want. Let's try this out. And what gives fire resistance? There we go. Let's get you a little bit of Riz. You do gotta talk them up after all. There we go.
This should work wonders, think.
Here you go. Liquid tree bark, just for you.
Oh, delicious. I feel I could devour any torch now. Thank you, innkeeper.
So, what woke you up from your slumber, anyhow?
The night sky fell into my dirt hut. It burned my favorite weeping willow to bits. I'm replanting it now into many small sniffling willows. They are feasting upon the ashes of the star that tried to extinguish them. It's a powerful nutrient.
That sounds tasty.
After the trees and winds and pillbugs calm down, I have planned to go back to sleep. All that calamity made me awfully tired. But when I tried to sleep, all I could focus on was that feeling spreading in my chest.
Was that heartburn or?
Loneliness. I thought I should get out of here and advertise my new spa. Because only crickets were visiting, and they aren't very good at marketing. They all keep trying to promote their Spotify accounts for the music they make every night. It's awful. I have not got the time to listen to all of it. You know, maybe if people visit me instead of me visiting them, they won't chase me off. So I went where I knew people could use my services. The werewolf camp in the Ashen Grove. I didn't want to intrude on their personal space, of course. So I just hung the coupon on pieces of thin red string in the nearby canopies. Together with some jolly little bells so that the wind would announce their presence. Like little spells that draw you towards the nearest mud masks. I hope they'll visit me sometime.
I don't think you opened a spa.
It's new. I want to share my flowers and mud pools with everybody, so that we can all look beautiful together. What's wrong with that? I don't understand.
That sounds wonderful, Baya.
I agree. Can I leave some of my coupons here?
You know what? Yes. Yes, you can.
Thank you. Please hand them out to all of your customers.
I will happily share this fantastic offer with them.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
You should also come by here more often and hand them out yourself. I'm sure people would love to see the owner actually doing the work, you know?
Ah, but there's no one else here. Except the jackdaw. Do you want a ticket, little creature? I will leave one in your nest.
No one's here because it's almost closing time, Baya. You have to come by early during the day or like early evening during events.
But there will be people here.
Yeah, I believe that was the point of what you wanted to do.
Too scary. I shall go now. Don't forget to hand out my coupons.
Will do. Have a lovely day, Baya. It is very cute how we end days. Act 2. How many acts are there? I think we're actually getting close to the end of the game. I'm not sure though. Hello. Hey, thank you. Let's see. Hi. Yeah, Baya. She's a. Fuck yeah. Arcana, the lovers? Really? That doesn't sound like an Arcana that Baya would have. Ah, my eye. Got an eyelash in my eye. It hurts. Huh. Okay. Class silly. Druid? That tracks. That tracks. Just a little bog keeper. Little bogkin. That's cool. We need to run a little ad break. So I'm going to take a little break, grab a little snack, probably more water for my throat. And when we come back, we'll do some more. So stay tuned. Can I just say how rude it is that when I get up, you throw stuff at me, then you blind me, you take off my glasses? Why would you do that? Why you do that? Deserved? Fuck you. Fuck you, it's deserved. How dare you? How dare you spend your precious income on throwing things at me and hurting my head? My precious little head. I don't have much of the thinky going on already. I do, however, really love this turtle. Oh, don't go away, turtle. Come back. Oh, I clicked through dialogue. I wanted to click on the turtle. Hello, it's been a while since I've seen you around here. It's been a whole week to be exact. You already miss me? Well, you know, like, little. Cute. I got my hands on a job all the way over in Diria. Seems like a relatively easy but well-paid job. Or like something too good to be true. Not this time. Apparently the farmer just wanted it done quick, so she offered a higher than average rate. Well, that sounds like easy money. Yeah, wish. You know, I think I could use a drink first. Something that'll loosen my tongue. I feel like the job's draining me of my social energy. Only if I get to hear the rest of the story. Sounds like a good deal to me. Alright. Social. We need to be sociable. How do we want a social? 1,000 wins. Get you that Riz in defense. They did say that they wanted it over with quick. Ooh, but being all smart and stuff would also be good. Go with that. Yeah, we'll go with the Inspire. Here we go. That's already done. And you. Just need a little bit more. Well, let's hope this suits your tastes. Your drinks never disappoint. What the fuck was that music? The music hit with an AO? What the fuck? Okay. Glad to hear. I can definitely feel my charm coming back to me. Well, I made you a drink. Now it's your turn. Tell me about your latest job. Also, this is the end of the bar. I've never noticed that. We have an end of the bar. Fine. A deal's a deal. I told you the client's a farmer, right? Well, she has a large flock of two-headed sheep. Apparently, that darn starfall damaged their barn, and they somehow managed to break out of their enclosure. Didn't think they were that clever, honestly. Must be the two brains or something. Probably. Anyway, they got out right before their shearing appointment. And of course, the farmer needed to get them back in time. Especially considering the rumors around Diria at the moment. Seems like a dangerous place nowadays. Apparently an unusual amount of cattle have been going missing these last few weeks. Yeah. So local folks have been keeping a closer eye on their locks and fences. Uh-oh.
Can we just send a dude to go and like hang out with farmers? I'm sure he'll be fine. Of course, the farmer wanted her sheep to be saved, so she hired someone to bring her animals back. That someone being you. Obviously. I thought to myself, I'm a monster hunter. Handling animals is basically my job. I'd say a monster hunter is known for, well, hunting instead of handling. That's exactly the issue. You know how stubborn two-headed sheep are?
Let me guess, they're twice as stubborn as one-headed sheep.
You got it. They're impossible to get moving, impossible to startle. One head might be eating, the other one is always watching you.
But you did it, right? I suspect you wouldn't be here if you hadn't finished the job.
But you see, one of the two-headed sheep is on your roof. You're absolutely correct. I was at my wit's end. Imagine having fought hundreds, if not thousands of beasts. And some sheep are the ones you can't win against.
That sounds like an incredibly humbling experience.
It was, trust me. But luckily, I got some help. Another adventurer saw me struggling and offered her assistance and knowledge. Or should I say, a retired adventurer.
Oh?
Yeah, she was very insistent on that label. Some kind of astral fin folk. Must have lost her arm a while ago.
Oh no.
Back to the sheep. She told me there's apparently one thing that gets their attention. Got any guesses what that magical tool might be?
I have no... Oh.
Clovers! Don't know why. Immediately just thought pirate. Do you just have a knitting needle installed on your hook?
Morning dew clovers, to be precise. They go absolutely feral for 'em. A few will make 'em follow every single one of your commands. But someone with your experience should know that, innkeeper.
She's old and very crotchety, yeah. I mean, it's got a little knitting needle instead of a hook. I like it. You got jellyfish going on. Also, how are you doing, Dust Plains? Hope you're having a good day. Do you two know each other?
Barely. Very, very barely.
Ha! Keep your secrets then, oh so mysterious innkeeper.
I am tired, as I am with most days. I just don't want to have to work for a month. It would be nice if I could take an entire month off and just not work at all during that period of time. But I can't, because I would come back after a month and still have all the same work there waiting for me. I didn't expect you two to be best friends, honestly.
Best friends.
Should have been born in Western Europe if you wanted actual vacation time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we get the joy of labor. Yay! Working. Working until I retire. And then probably a lot longer than that because I won't be able to retire. When is date everything hang on. When is... When is Date Everything set to come out so I can date my existential dread and maybe have it like ease up a little bit? Let's see. Yeah, my retirement plan is also not. Let's see. Date Everything. There it is. Alright. Few months from now. Just got a little bit longer before I can finally date my existential dread. And, also, I might just date the Super Sentai, like, washroom machines. The Super Sentai coat hangers, I think. I might just date them. Your birthday's this week. To celebrate, would you like a copy of Stories from Soul Gundog? What the fuck is Stories of Soul Gundog? Hang on a minute. Soul. It's a console game? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this game? What's the difference between reality and fiction? Okay, so survive the mystery that awaits the JFS Gundog in deep space in this retro visual novel, graphic novel. That's amazing. How have I not heard of this? This is adorable. The little description they give you is very accurate. Just survive the mysteries. It's short and sweet. Oh, I love a short and sweet visual novel. What else have they done? Anything I know? Because I haven't heard of them. I haven't heard of this developer. And I have not played any of these games, so that explains why I do not know them. Although Doomsday for Paradise. That might just be it. Okay. Well, that's definitely something. It's supposed to be a teaser? Oh. Okay. Well, yeah, if it's good, then I'm on board, right? Like, I'll get the next one and the one after that. Even if the next one's bad, I'll try the one after that to see what's going on with it. But like, that sounds really solid. I might have to check that out. Hang on a minute. Stories from Soul. And that's on my wish list. I like that there's a bundle. Oh, okay. There's a bundle, but I couldn't see what was loaded in it. It was just a blank bundle. You enjoyed it, but you're also not a visual novel connoisseur. I wouldn't exactly call myself a visual novel connoisseur either. I have enjoyed them on occasion. I much prefer FMV games because they have this just inherent jank of a bunch of friends getting around to make a game kind of vibe to it, and I tend to enjoy those a lot more. But yeah, I enjoy visual novels every now and then. When I started playing on Steam, the earliest games that I was playing were like visual novels because I couldn't really afford the games that were like the popular games that were coming out. So all I would play was like free games and visual novels. I never befriend someone like them. I have taste. Well, that was unnecessarily rude of you, Una. You didn't even consider my feelings. Consider me sorry, innkeeper. Apology accepted. Speaking of taste, what about your drinks? You know, I've always liked experimenting with potions and other suspicious liquids. Steam really doesn't let you do gift links anymore? Oh, fuck. Add me up. Add me up on Steam. I don't care. And also, you don't need to gift me anything. It's your birthday week. Why are you giving out gifts?
Well, indeed. I think I got the hang of, making drinks and stuff.
And what are you waiting for? Your old rival is waiting for a drink. Preferably one that will restore my energy. Those sheep made my old bones all wobbly. I don't like feeling so weak.
You just like giving things? That's perfectly fair. That's perfectly valid. If you like giving things, I'm more than willing to accept.
I got you. Let's see what the old magic has to offer.
Don't worry. They might not look like it, but their drinks are actually really good.
I bet.
Oh, just take that as a compliment, I suppose.
Something to help with the old bones.
I mean, it's gotta be a sailor's courage, right? It's so fitting. Going to assume you're the Canadian with the hat girl avatar? Yes. Yes, I am in fact the Canadian with the hat girl avatar that dances a jig. Yes, that is definitely me. I am currently that. I am currently that, yes. Look, I love Hat Girl. Hat Girl is amazing. Wait, why can't I confirm? Wait, what's going on here? Why can't I confirm? Yeah. Accept. There we go. Okay, that's weird. Welcome. Welcome to the prestigious group of like a dozen or so people that I have on a friends list. And now you'll always be able to see how many incremental idle games that I play. Just like Salajol. Pretty much when I'm not streaming, all I'm playing is like fucking Melvor Idol and shit. Yeah, please don't tell my work that I'm playing video games during work hours. It's just Melvor, I swear. It's totally not other game. Let's make a sailor. Get some sailor's courage in here. What do we want? That seems to work. Let's make it a little bit spicy. Well, no. They want limberness, right? They want, yeah. They want to get back up and moving again. That's probably the best bet. Let's make this drink happen. Yeah, a little dash of that. There we go. Yeah, that's a perfect sailor's courage for our sailing friend. Who is Yuna? Do we have any description of Yuna? Yuna! Finfolk. Arcane Engineer. Fuck, that sounds great. That sounds like such a fun class. God damn it. I do want to play an artificer at some point in a D&D campaign. I haven't had an opportunity to, but I do really, really want to. I am accepting this gift. Thank you very much, Duskglance. You're the best janitor, cleaning up my Steam library. Actually, no, what am I saying? You're not cleaning up my Steam library. You're cluttering up my Steam library. I have too many games to play already. No. That is cool. I'm going to check that out. Especially if it's short and sweet and I can do it in like these... Yeah, cleaning my Steam wish list. Yeah, one game at a time. It's very nice for like short and sweet games if I can do them in like a 2 hour to 1 hour kind of thing. Like this is supposed to be a short game, but I only do it in 2 hour spurts.
Oh, wow. Are you impressed? Ah, don't get cocky now. You don't have to be shy. You can just admit, I've gotten good.
Gundog is short. You saved and replayed about 5 different decision points and ended up with 8 hours total. Perfect. That's perfect. I expect to see it on a stream at some point. I will definitely be playing it then.
Una, Jade told me you're retired now, even though, you know, you're still doing whatever. So you had enough of the adventuring business?
Obviously, I don't want to have anything else to do with that anymore. I've completed enough quests for at least 2 lifetimes.
And yet you decided to help Jade.
Ever had to handle a 2-headed sheep?
No, I can't say that I have.
Lucky you.
Lucky indeed. That's how I lost my hand!
So, did the farmer pay accordingly after your morning dew clover magic trick?
Oh, absolutely. She was so happy, she gratefully paid both of us.
Ah. That's good to hear.
She even tipped us with some gems she supposedly found in one of her fields. But I'm a Mida? Mida? I'm a Mida. I don't have any use for stones like those.
And since I'm retired, I couldn't care less about material riches.
What the fuck are you talking about? That's all retired people go on about is material riches. God damn it. So we figured we'd give them to you instead. But I won't tell that pretentious blonde dragon priestess if I were you. Feels a little blasphemous. Ooh, citron.
Ooh, divine gems. A little blasphemous indeed. I think I know just the right way to use them.
Thank you. Don't mention it.
Now that we're done here, I can finally go back to crocheting.
I knew it was a crochet hook. I knew you were crocheting.
Didn't get this hook put in for nothing. Of course, I also occasionally ripped some youngsters off while playing cards. I haven't lost a game in at least 4 decades.
Well, that's remarkable.
Or impossible for someone who's only playing fair.
I think your lucky streak will end with me today. I've also never lost a game in at least a decade.
Are you challenge me to a duel?
Absolutely. And whoever loses has to pay for the next round of drinks.
That's the spirit. I like you, bounty hunter. But don't come crying to me after I annihilate you.
Ha! You wish. I'm going to try and say Jade be on your guard, because I kind of want Jade to win this. You're worried about me? Cute.
I just know for a fact that Una is a master at cheating. I doubt that's changed.
So you're saying you've lost to her already?
More than once, yes.
Pathetic.
Hey, are you talking about me?
Listen, Inkeep, if your opponent is obviously cheating, like she was, you can't beat them fair and square. You gotta beat them at cheating. Now watch how a real master does it. And then they cheated the night away. I love him. I love him. He is my himbo wonder. Yay! I have returned, innkeeper.
Welcome back, Miss Anwar, and welcome,
This brave adventurer's name is Clay Moore. He offered unexpected support during my quest.
I'm happy to hear that. Thank you on behalf of,
The world. Yes.
yeah, of course, the world, Mr. Clay.
You don't need the whole Mr. thing. Just Clay is alright with me. Yeah, look at him. He's so happy. Otherwise, it sounds so formal. Like talking to one of those graph people.
Oh, you wouldn't want to be one of those. Clay it is then. Can I offer you both a drink in exchange for a story of how you two met?
That would be a fun trade, right, Tia? I think I would welcome it as well.
Then, what can I get?
Clay, please go ahead. Oh my. We've got a lot of stuff on the menu. How about one of the drinks with ingredients? Like the little chittering skull.
You look strong. How about something extra for those muscles?
That sounds nice. Let's go with that.
1 minute.
I gave him the same voice as Mila just because I expect them to have the same energy and I want them to have the same energy and I love him and he's my beautiful himbo. he's my beautiful himbo boy. And if I've only known Claymore for 5 sentences, but if anything were to happen to him, I would kill everyone in this tavern and then myself. Yeah, let's kick it up a notch. Ooh, you get fancy infusions. What does that give? Hang on. What does this infusion give? Citron. Blessed. Blessed with the divine magic of the dragons. Okay. Adventurers will have a much better chance fighting the undead or any other unholy creatures. Or any creatures, really. Okay. That's pretty cool. Not what we're gonna use right now, but that's pretty cool. You need something... Yeah, there we go. Something that reduces mind to achieve peak himbo. We need to achieve the peak himbo. Oh, that's Southern Brawler, but I'm gonna get a little bit more and go to the Sailor's Courage. Hell yeah.
Try this. I think it might knock your socks off.
This tastes strong and magic-y, but my socks are still on. Still, I love it. I'll have to remember this for next time. What is it called?
Don't worry, I'll remember it for you.
Thank you.
Now, Miss Anwar, what would you like?
I need some of that liquid vigilance. Even if in here, it's important to stay on guard.
But wouldn't this be the right time to relax?
There is no such time.
All right, then I shall aid you on your divine mission of not falling asleep standing. I will ensure that you do not fall asleep while standing up. First snow honestly sounds pretty solid. Give this a draw. Do I give her the citrus? No, I don't give her the citrus. What do I give you? Yeah, that seems good. Inspire. There we go. Is everyone feeling adequately inspired now? Wait, it's not saying. Oh, I need to kick it up a notch. There we go. Some liquid courage diluted with some delicious secret ingredients. Enjoy. I could do with something less diluted, but you're right, it's delicious. Happy to hear that. Do we get to tell the story now? Well, please, go ahead. You think I should start with the seashells? No, I think some exposition is in order first. As you already know, Innkeeper, I plan to start my investigation right here in Zenith, specifically at the local Gaia temple. So I've been told. Mostly about that wobbly ooze. Ah, yes. That was certainly something. Unfortunately, besides their fascinating personal secrets, they had nothing of value to share with me. But fortunately, thanks to your rumors, I was not entirely without a lead. The wizard's prophecy led me to Dalwell. Or should I say, the Abandoned Isle, or Fairweather. The name changes depending on who you ask. I didn't know it had that many names. I just always called it Kelpie Island. Why? Because it's shaped like one. Probably the smartest approach. Kelpie Island, or Fairweather, name means very little to me. Its local settlement of Fae was much more relevant. They built everything into a giant sequoia that holds their portal to Avalon. The portal is in the tree? My brain just stopped processing for a moment there. I think if you look at the, like, if you were to clip that or something like that, you could see the exact moment that my brain just stopped working. I am a functional human being. I am not having a mental breakdown on stream. Don't even worry about it, it's fine. Yes, right in its center. They called it the Horizon Tree. It's beautiful. The Fae themselves were moderately helpful. It was difficult to get them to focus on the severity of the situation. And I was pretty sure they were preparing some sort of morbid ritual with the acorns they were stringing up between the rose bushes in asymmetrical shapes. Oh, I always thought those were art projects. That's a common misconception. Sounds more like they were preparing to charge them with astral moonlight. For what? Well, if you freeze them, they make for good ice cubes. You participate in such practices? Not at the moment, but if someone brought me some acorns, I'd be more than happy to do it. I'm just not going to question that. Eventually, I got them to sit still long enough to ask them about any strange occurrences around their settlement. But did they understand your definition of strange? They are Fae after all. After some explanation,
They told me that they told me about just recently an astral humpback whale had rampaged through one of their nearby scouting camps. Just 2 days before the stars fell. I'm not sure how the fuck that happens. How does an astral whale do that? They said it seemed like it was running from something, and that it was full of seething fury. They also claimed it to be a good sign because it promised adventure, whatever adventure is. Well, that seems like an understatement, honestly. Majorly. I mean, it did end up in some kind of adventure. Investigating disaster is not an adventure. It's a necessity of dire circumstances. I had fun. I'm glad you did, Clay.
That makes two of us.
It certainly was a sign of something being awry, and I was determined to get to the bottom of it. So naturally, I made my way to nearby Carapace Beach and prepared a celestial summoning ritual under the young astral moon.
For the humpback whale, I suppose.
What else would I be summoning?
I thought maybe you would ask Cassiopeia for it, but...
You out of your mind? The Realm Keepers have sworn a divine oath of neutrality that prevents them from directly interfering with the simple world of us mortals. The full might of their power could disrupt the delicate balance of their cosmic design.
Oh, right. Sorry, that little factoid slipped my mind.
You are forgiven. As I was preparing the ritual, readying myself to confront the troublemaker, I suddenly found myself being interrupted by a strange request.
That was me. I asked her if she had any more seashells. Did she?
I did, actually. Pairing dragonhead tritons and flimmering limpet shells can heighten the dual aspect of the celestial twins, therefore making the connection to the astral sea more stable.
Obviously, I knew that.
I hadn't managed to find a limpet shell, and one happened to be among his offerings.
Honestly, I just thought she was decorating the beach, and that she could do with more color.
I love you, Clay. Oh, god damn it, I love you, Clay. I love you, Clay, so goddamn much.
Well, you weren't wrong, in a way.
Sadly, the shells burned up during the trial. It singed Tia's hands, too. Just a little. Unfortunately, I possess spectacular healing capabilities.
That's fortunate indeed. Were you collecting seashells for beach decorating or for your very own ritual?
I was collecting them for my friends. At this time of year, Kelpie Island is full of all kinds of sparkly floating animals from the astral sea. And they love munching on seashells.
Do you encounter these creatures a lot?
I try to. They're very nice. Clay can talk to animals. Gaia's blessing rest upon him.
Fantastic.
It is. Though I'm not always sure they like talking to me. They tend to disappear sooner or later. Sometimes they come back, but often they don't. Aww. Ah, my precious Himbo boy. My precious Himbo boy. Someone give him a hug. I think maybe I accidentally say things that upset them without realizing it. And they think I mean to hurt them. I hate when that happens.
You mean they disappear like they were never there?
Yes. Like they moved into a different, quieter beach.
Or they return to the astral sea?
I feel like they would tell me if they went back home.
Not necessarily. Many Asterian creatures can traverse the plains at will, but they don't always have control over when they return. On many occasions, the astral currents pulls them back home before they're ready. And once you're swept up in them, each subsequent journey out becomes more and more difficult. Or so I've been told. Not that I would know anything about that, no sir. I would guess your friends either went back home when they weren't there or got pulled back before they had a chance to say goodbye.
So you're saying the sea swallowed them? Not quite. It's just beckoning them home. Through a celestial hug of sorts. So that means I could just visit them in the astral sea. That would be an incredible undertaking. Traveling between planes is quite hazardous. It is? It is? But echoes are from the primordial sea, and my family has lived here for quite a while. I think they must have gotten here somehow. They say it's much simpler to traverse between planes once. But for a long time, it would be almost impossible without complicated and dangerous rituals. Until recently, the astral sea was the only possible way to pass through the barriers. And accessing it requires meticulous planning. Not to mention, the sea tends to come with more risks than reward. Even your Asterian friends can choose to leave their home plane on a whim, get pulled back by the currents eventually. Imagine what would happen to you if you went in unprepared. But the Fae on Kelpie Island aren't from Gaia either, and they told me they haven't lived here for very long. Since the 5 interplanar portals opened up, interplanar portal travel has become a lot more accessible again. At least when it comes to the dream planes. But even the astral and primordial seas, not to mention, are finally finally open to us after all these years. It is a true miracle to witness in our lifetime. Oh, so the portals haven't always been there. I didn't know that. Who put them there? Well, that is a very good question. And one that would blow the scope of this conversation beyond its bounds, I would think. You still have to tell me how you summoned that whale. You're right, we're getting off track. As Clay and I talked, he told me about his fascinating friendship with the astral creatures, and his ability to speak with animals as if they share a language. So you asked him for help? Well, he offered his aid. I certainly could have handled it on my own, but you didn't have to. Right, that, obviously. Thank you very much, Clay. Anytime. Yes. My Himbo gets shipped with nobody. My Himbo is in his own unit. Everybody loves the Himbo. He gets his own independent ship for everybody. And it's always friendship. So I summoned it. The ritual worked exceptionally well, and it appeared out of the sky in a wave of concerning darkness. The stars used to accompany them. I mean, there was one star. There was. The whale was even bigger than I had anticipated, almost as tall as the horizon tree. And in its stomach rested a giant sun, the only star of the night sky whose light had not been extinguished, nestled right in its belly. That sounds, beautiful. It was, in a way. The star wasn't the only thing to worry about, though. The whale didn't look at all happy about being summoned. Instead, it looked like a wounded animal that was one loud noise away from lashing out. It looked sick. Its translucent skin was gray, like it was frozen with the coldness of the highest mountains or the deepest depths. Its eyes were pale, almost blind, with no warmth within them. I thought for a brief second, we must fight this beast before it consumes us and everything in its path. But when I looked at Clay, I saw a deep understanding in his eyes, like he wasn't seeing a monster, but a friend. So I stayed quiet, knowing that whatever he knew outweighed my fear.
And, you knew what it needed, Clay?
Not completely, but I knew that look in its eyes. That feeling when you're so scared, you get angry, when you want to fight because you're terrified you won't be able to flee. So I kneeled to show it that it didn't mean any harm, and I held out my last conch shell in my hands. It took a moment to overcome the instinct to mistrust, but then it picked up the shell gently and it ate it. I saw the conch freeze as it was swallowed. It looked painful. Wanting to comfort the whale, I reached out and carefully put my hand on its cheek. I wanted it to know that it wasn't alone.
I'm sure that it needed that.
It did. It was so scared. It was so sad. It cried tears of golden dust. Its tears turned to ice before it even hit the ground. It was at that moment I realized its body had been cursed with a potent frostbite. I knew it did not trust me yet, so I did what I previously would not have thought possible. Through a hand on Clay's shoulder and the magic of your drink, I was able to briefly transfer my magic into Clay, allowing him to cure it of its disease. He kissed it on the forehead and the ice burned away, freeing it from the endless chill. It was quite sweet.
Well, that's one lucky whale. And one unusual effect of that infusion.
Is that not usually possible?
Well, inspiration is a fickle thing. Such magic is deeply personal and differs from person to person. I always enjoy seeing how others imagine support to look like.
Tia's support is very helpful. Well, I hope so. Once it was free of its pain, the whale was ready to talk to us. I asked what had happened, and it told me about fighting some sort of evil creature on two legs. The creature was on 2 legs. The whale wasn't on 2 legs. The whale still had no legs, but it did have a son still.
The creature was on 2 legs. So, humanoid then?
He assumed. It turns out whales don't care much about our appearances. It cared more about all the things being thrown at it. What a mean way to approach a whale. Apparently, it swallowed some kind of stone. It could only remember its black and white color and that it tasted horrible. But it thought, I have a strong digestive thingy. It's nothing to worry about.
Well, that's your first mistake.
The two-legged monster just wouldn't stop attacking, so it fled as quickly as it could, trying to find its way home. It felt really bad about destroying the camp. I get why. The worst part about being angry is seeing the wreckage you leave behind. Tia, do you ever get angry? No. I'm the embodiment of calmness and self-discipline. You forgot divinity. And where I come from, they call that repression. Luckily, its anger subsided when it found out it's gone its way back, and it thought it was finally safe. But suddenly, this freezing cold began. I don't mind the cold much. I'm from the Highlands, and we get a lot of snow in the winter. But the kind of cold it was describing sounded awful, painful, and inescapable. It was like it was freezing from the inside out. The potent frostbite I mentioned. It seems a curse took hold and slowly spread throughout its entire body. It tried to keep itself warm by feeding on solar crabs and cosmic squids, but that didn't help much. It just kept getting more scared and angry and cold until even its brain was freezing over. I couldn't think of anything other than the cold. So in its desperation, it ate the hottest thing it could find. A star. A giant one. That. It looked deceptively small contained in its belly. But apparently, it was one of the biggest ones the night sky had to offer. The East Star.
Oh, it ate Pharos? Oh, the guiding star of the endless seas?
It did. And it helped. It kept its frostbite at bay, even if it did not eradicate it. But as you can imagine, such a massive star disappearing did not have the most desirable effect on the astral sea's delicate balance of gravity.
I can imagine that.
The whale was very confused about what had happened. But it said all the stars around it suddenly started to fall and spin out of place. They were crashing into each other, causing more and more destruction with each passing moment. I didn't understand everything it described, but it sounded bad. To label it as bad would be quite the understatement. The falling stars ripped holes in Cassiopeia's wings. Oh, shit, it's 9. I should see if we're doing stream. Hang on. Well, Cam's not around, so I'll just sit and stream until he gets here. To think just one hungry creature could break the entire balance of the universe. It was hurt and scared. Should have endured instead of hurting others. It was alone. I didn't know. It didn't know at all what would happen. It can count itself lucky, or we're there to help. It occurred to me that crying makes Clay a wet himbo.
What the fuck is a wet himbo? He just a moist lad? He's the perfect himbo, that's what he is. All right, Cam, we got an ad break in a few minutes and we should be good after that. That sound good, Cam?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just gonna finish up this dialogue then. Indeed, I didn't want to imagine the additional chaos it would have caused. I don't care about the could'ves, but I do care we were there to help. Also, you managed to free it of the star in his stomach. He's dapper and damp. Fair enough. He is a dapper, damp boy. And I love him. I love him so goddamn much. This beautiful fucking lad. No, the frostbite may be gone, but that star is a part of it now. It has become the new kind, a star humpback whale. And probably the last one too, as all the other stars in the astral sea have been snuffed out. We will never be able to see it in the night sky again, and in turn, the whale must forever live with the guilt nestled in its stomach.
Well, you're right. Some things are changed now forever. And that's kind of the point of disasters. But perhaps the star doesn't stand for shame, but the pride of its survival. It shouldn't be sad that most are gone, but happy that one managed to make it through. Besides, you may have lost the night sky's starry companions, but it managed to gain 2 new friends. Even the worst of situations can lead to light sometimes.
I like that. You should never be sad about finding new friends. Speaking of friends, on the way back, we ran into this traveling souvenir shop. I buy friendship bracelets for Tia, and I with a little whale charm on it. But she didn't want to wear them just yet, so I'm waiting until she's ready.
Well, that's very nice of you. Right, Tia?
They are hazardous for fights. They could get caught in things.
Sure, I'm looking forward to seeing how they look with your armor.
Tia also found something for you at the souvenir shop. Said it reminded her of your tavern. And now that I've seen it in person, I agree.
Well, now I'm curious. What is it?
Aww.
Oh, that's a very pretty mosaic.
The shopkeeper told us a little bit about it. Supposedly, this piece of art represents new beginnings after a hard-fought battle.
Kind of like the rise of the sun humpback whale. That's very fitting. Thank you, Tia. So,
Tia, aren't you glad that Clay was there to help you? I suppose I am.
you are? Really?
You are surprisingly competent. Perhaps one might even say that I could not have done this entirely without you. If one was to be extreme about it, I think someone like you could do anything alone if you put your mind to it. But that doesn't mean you have to. I'm always happier when doing difficult things. I have other people helping me along.
Very well said, Clay. Very well said. Stellar teamwork, you two. Keep it up.
Will do. The little thumbs up. Fuck, Clay. God damn it. Much more importantly, clearly our quest was not successful.
What are you talking about? You cured the sun humpback whale, you found out why the stars fell, and you even made new friends. What more could you want?
We still don't have the slightest idea who caused this. An angry humanoid figure. And that is who exactly? Could be anyone in this bar. All right. We're gonna take an ad. I'm gonna call it here because we're about to take an ad, so we're gonna switch over to Split Fiction. When we come back, it's gonna be great. We're gonna be splitting all the fiction. See you soon.